Hey, what's up guys, this is Razacle here, back for another server update log. Today I'm going to be reviewing the newest update that I recently published, which is the summer update. And this update is a pretty big one, compared to the first event that I published, which was the, what was it called, the asteroid event. This one has a lot more content and a lot more to do, so I made it longer compared to the first event. And also, I replaced the item of the month, so the previous item of the month that I had before is now gone, as well as event, and I replaced those with the new item of the month and the new update. So yeah, if you guys haven't already checked out the server and you want to see for yourself what server is like, there's going to be a lot of changes with this. I've mentioned this a few times in the Discord server, which is also in the description below if you want to join. There's going to be a complete revamp on the entire server. I mean, if you've been a player in the server so far, it's going to be changing a lot with the content of, from these guys, for example, the base world, the PvP. These guys, it's going to be different. Dungeons, world boss, that's going to be different. The shop, it's going to be for the most part the same, but I'm probably going to change the spawn as I'm going through the revamp, probably, but it's going to be one of the last changes I'm going to make before the complete revamp is finished. And the seasons, how I would say, season 1, 2, 3, 4, as I said before, if you see the video intro, not intro, but the video thumbnail, it's no longer seasons, it's now in sagas, which I call installments. So that means that there's going to be, for every content I'm making, they're going to be grouped up into installments. So right now I'm focusing on the first installment, which is the Olympian saga, which will focus mostly on the main content, at least with dungeons and world boss, more on the Greek themed stuff. And then for future installments, I'm probably going to venture into other mythologies. So yeah, that's what other mythologies and folklore, that's what my future plan is going with the server. For the revamp, I'll get into a little bit before I start with the event, but for the revamp, we're gonna have, for these two guys, they're gonna be combined into one, and it's gonna be basically a survival, kind of like an SMP, where it's gonna be complete overworld, random overworld. You join the overworld, and there's gonna be a cycle in the overworld. So the world will still have the plots in, but it's not going to look like plots, but you can still claim a plot, right? And for every 12 hours in real time, there's going to be a cycle. Now the cycle has two, the cycle is what activates two modes, or one mode, and the mode is called the Blood Tide. These two guys, the PvP and base world, they're basically going to be combined into one mode, which is going to be kind of like factions or SMP, where you're going to be in a survival world, and then there'll be people who can make up groups and clans and guilds and team up, and there'll be clan claims. But instead of using land claims and having traditional factions in the world, you're going to have plots. Plots are still going to be a thing, but instead of it having where you're gonna have a road and there's gonna be a flat land, it's gonna be based on a random generated overworld that I'm gonna make, and then you guys can just go anywhere on the overworld, and when you want to find a good plot of land, you can just step on it and just use a command, claim plot, and then that whole surrounding area that you're on, you'll own it. And then for every 12 hours, this is where the PvP comes in, there's going to be a cycle called the Blood Tide cycle, and this cycle will, when it's activated, it's going to basically completely remove all the plot's protection that you previously had. So usually when you own a plot, people can't touch anything, people can't grief it, and they also can't do anything to what's in the plot in general. But during those 12 hours in real time, when the cycle is on, the Blood Tide cycle, that whole plot that you have is unprotected. It's going to be treated as if it's just a normal world, and players who happen to stumble upon it while it's in that cycle, they can do whatever they want with it. Now, I've made a countermeasure for this, which is protection blocks. So instead of giving you traditional blocks that I usually give you in the dungeons and world boss, you're instead going to get protected blocks, which can only be broken by the tools that you get from the same mobs in dungeons and world boss and maybe events. So that means that if you want to have the most protection to protect your base and stuff, I would probably get those blocks surrounded from like all your things and chests and everything from your normal Minecraft stuff. And then only players who have like the highest tools, I'm gonna make it really hard for you to get the tools in the game. So then it's gonna be less likely where players can grief your stuff, but it's still not guaranteed either, but it's gonna like make it really harder for them to grief your base. So I made a mixture of protected elements in it as well as a chaotic element to make it a little more funner instead of like having it separated like this. So that's the revamp for these two guys. For the other thing here that I have for dungeons, it's gonna now be kind of like a roguelike, truly roguelike, where the map, each time you join a dungeon, it's gonna give you a random generated terrain, and you have to kill all the mobs in it. It's gonna be like you're stuck in like a labyrinth, and you have to try and kill all the mobs in it, and there'll be different themes depending on which stage you're in, and it'll be like automated sort of. So you like when you join in, click this guy, it'll be in floors, so you'll be in floor 1, and if you complete it, you can go like up to like infinity, like to whatever the highest floor you can get to. And as you go in higher floors, you get to higher tiers of mobs and items and all of that stuff. So that's where I'm going in with dungeons. This is where if you want like the quick, fast loot, you don't want to like waste time or anything like that, I would probably go with this. And it's unpredictable too, so you can't like it's not always the same pattern every time you go to the next floor. So yeah, that's for dungeons. And world boss, it's gonna be kind of the opposite. World boss is gonna be actually story based now, so I'm gonna have a sort of a complete storyline for each world boss. It'll be based on each little sub saga in the main saga of the installment, if you know what I mean. So there'll be like little, I'll still have like little bosses for each stage. So these guys, for each tier, there'll be a world boss for that tier for this guy. That's what I mean. So for each tier, there'll be a world boss, and each world boss, it's going to be the same pattern every time you do it. So you'll know the like if you beat it once, you can 100% beat it again much easier, and there won't be any changes with it. There might be some luck based with stuff with hit procs and everything, but overall the terrain is going to be the same, the storyline is going to be the same. The difference with this one and this one is that this one takes a lot longer to complete. So I'm going to try and make it like 1 hour of like content for each world boss, so it's really hard, and like it's best to do it with a team. You can complete it on your own too, but it's going to take a long time, and it's going to be shared on a global cooldown. So you can have as many players as you want in here to get the best chances, and if you beat this, the community benefits from it, like the whole server benefits from it. Everyone will get something from this being beaten in the world boss. This one is just for your own players. You can have a few friends with you, if not just by yourself. So yeah, that's what those two are. I'll get more onto it later on, but that's kind of what my revamp for those two are. So we get, if you want the long-term stuff, you want to play it, you got the world boss. You want the short-term stuff, and you want to try that out too, you can do this as well. So yeah, that's what I made it for that one. And finally, here we have the new event, the summer event. I've changed up the old island here I had with the asteroid event, so now it's like a little beach place. I got like some blocks here, candles, get some summer theme blocks as best as I could think of. Made a little marketplace that would be appropriate in a beach setting, and I got like this little volleyball court here. I don't know, just you can actually use it like that to play with someone for a little bit, well, if you just want to. But yeah, so here in the events, you're teleported to a new place here, as you can see. It's a pretty big space here compared to the other event. These guys here are the new mobs in the summer event. I wanted to try something new, so they're not like, I didn't use any models, like proper models for these guys. I item I use item models for these guys, so they're not like actual like mob models. So if you see them acting weird, it's probably because I wanted it, probably because of the model, how like they're made like that. I just wanted to see how it would work if I would use that. So for this update or event, wanted to try it out. So yeah, so these guys drop the main, these mobs here anywhere in this area drop the main event currency, which is called summer bars. And with summer bars you can get the new booster for the event here, which is from this guy, this ice cream man. I'm just gonna go to god mode because you guys are annoying. Ice cream man here, so you got the new summer 2025 booster. Alright, it's got a sword here. I'm just gonna get you guys for testing. So if you kill these guys, you get a chance on getting a summer bar. The higher islands you go, the higher the chances you get for getting these guys. So for the lowest, I think it's like 20-ish% to getting a summer bar, and then you go higher, it goes up at like 20 something percent. To the highest is like 100% chance for every mob you kill. So yeah, with these guys, summer bars, you can get the new booster right here. So with the booster, kind of like the event booster that we had with the asteroid, there's a select few blocks you can get in the new event. I added some sand blocks because I know that right now for players you can only get like wood and stuff, which is, I know, kind of boring, but I just wanted to change up things a bit, so I added some fish, even some fish in a bucket. So if you have your base in the base world, you can like put your fish in there. Eventually I'm probably going to move everything out from the old base world to the new base world. So if you are already a player in the game right now, or going to be soon before that update comes out, if you want, I could move all of your stuff into a plot world, whether it's random or not. I'll see if I can transition it automatically, but if not, I'll try and manually mail you guys in the server, and then see if you guys get a response from that. Right now I'm just going to keep that other base world there for keepsake. Maybe just keep it accessible for the current players right now, and then for later on, so then only you guys can access it. And then I'm gonna probably in like 6 months to like 1 year, gonna probably take it out. And then yeah, here we have the new items here. These are actually items that I made in the old version of my AvaloxOnline. It used to be called like Phantom Bit or something like that. I've forgotten the actual name, but these are still my designs, but these are like old designs that I added. So I just wanted to bring them back, give them some use, because I didn't want to leave them just untouched. So decided to be like, why not just use these guys. So I added some new custom items here for you guys in the summer event with the newest, rarest version. What's it called? The popsicle pistol, which is a mythical, and this is the only limited item out of all the other items here that are in the booster here. So these guys will be coming back next year. All these guys except for the pistol here. So if you want to try and get the pistol before it's gone, which you got like 2 months for, you can try and grind it out and try and get the pistol. But the pistol's not the only thing I have in the event that is the rarest thing here. You can also get 2 new items from the quest here, but you won't get the items directly once you complete the quest. The quest just gives you the permission to access the purchase of getting these guys, but the actual price of buying the new event items, which is right here, is like costs you still quite a lot of summer bars here. So we got the candy mace, 20 summer bars, and the flaming edge, which is 30 summer bars. So if you want to get these two, you have to complete the quest first to unlock the purchase of these guys, and then once you can purchase it, then you would need to save up for 20 or 30 summer bars to get these guys. So these two are also limited if you want to get these as well. They're pretty good. I give them some good stats, and they have quite some effects on them. I think this one has some effects. But yeah, so if you guys want to get these yourselves, you guys can also try and complete the event quest and try and grab one of these guys, or all of them. And the last thing that we have here after the quest and the summer booster in the event, which is the biggest thing that we have for the summer event for this year, which is going to be the boss. Now, to get to the boss, you have to go through the launch pads here that I made, which is kind of like a mixture between a parkour and the trampolines from like the Hypixel server. So you just have to try and what was that? You just have to try and jump around using the launch pads, as you can see here, to get to the very top of each island, to the last one. And the last one will have the location of the boss, so I'm going to show you here right now. So you just have to like jump around here to each island. Each island will have different mobs that will give you a higher chance of the summer bars. You can see here we got the chocolate bars, the what's that? Candy wrappers, and we got the popsicles. And over here we got the walking turtles. And to the very top we have the fire monkey, which he's pretty hard to beat. He's not an easy boss. I made him pretty difficult. He is has both a range and a melee attack, and they all have effects, so he's pretty hard to beat. But if you do beat him, you do get exclusive items from the boss here. Not only do you get money from him, unlike the other mobs in the event, but you also get a lot more summer bars from him, and you get exclusive items just from this guy, which are all limited items here. So in total we have the summer booster and the summer quest, and we also have the summer boss for this year in the event. So it's a pretty big event overall. It's not easy to complete, but if you do get the items, I'm sure it will be worth it for you. There's a few, I think it's like a staff for one of the items here. There's a pistol that I showed you earlier. The effects for the quest items are pretty good. So if you want to try and grab those yourselves before it's gone, you can definitely try and do so. And for the other items, you can also get them as well while you're doing the content here in the server. But for sure, overall the server is going through a lot of changes right now. I do apologize for not giving you guys as many updates as I possibly could. I've just been working on a lot of stuff outside of the server and also working on the revamp, but hopefully I can do as more updates to you guys as I was planning to, at least 2 updates a month, but we'll see where this goes. So anyways, this is all I have for you guys for today, and hope you have a great rest of your day.